Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Raw Side. I'm glad you guys could join in. Hi, hi, hi. How's it going? Stay tuned. Welcome. It is an open mic night, and we have a guest, Carla, Horror of Horrors. She's a little behind. She'll be popping in soon. So don't everybody worry. She's a coming. So I hope everybody had a great day. It's finally got some lawn work done around here. Man, talk about a jungle. Get done before the rain. Always remember, guys, be kind to everybody's comments. Um, just be nice. That's all I ask everybody when they join in on the chat. And anybody that wants to ask any questions or join in is more than welcome, as always. And hopefully, we're going to have a great show with Miss Carla. She's so interesting, and it's she had some great news just recently about an article. So I'm waiting to hear about that and all the things that she's got going on. Hi, Miss Dawn. I won't get to stay long. I needed to work out trying to get my dinner settled first. I'm old. Oh, I got some years on you, Miss Dawn. So don't worry about it. Uh, the gym, good for you. That's all I've got to say. How's your arm? I hope your arm's feeling better. I know it must be really a big hindrance. Uh, and to be honest, it probably will never be 100%. No, at home Pilates. Good for you. Good for you. Got to keep everything moving because, once you get past 50, it just gets harder and harder. uh, hi, Jan. What's up, girl? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, once you get past that 50 mark, your body starts telling you what the pretty much. I just did my fitness pizza. The pizza workout. Was it a pepperoni? Excuse me. I was thinking pizza, but I didn't do pizza. I did. I cooked. I broke down, made chicken and broccoli Alfredo, so it made everybody happy. And I was lucky to get the cleanup in before I had to start the show. I just the fitness fried green tomatoes in my I tried that once and they just did not come out right or something. I didn't care for it. Maybe I just did it wrong. Jalapenos and green peppers. Oh, my son would love that. Anything that's hot, my son is on board. I told him enjoy it now because when, you get older, you can't even touch that stuff. Oh, you're welcome, Miss Jan. I hope you guys had a good day today at the lab. So yeah, it's the older you get, when you eat the hot stuff, it's like, no. Or what the hell are you doing to my guts? It's pretty much how that works out. So you play it safe, just hit pepperoni. But good for you. Yeah, you gotta do what you can to keep that arm going. Um, because otherwise, yeah, it's just turns into a hot mess. I haven't had fried green tomatoes in ages. Uh, yeah, I tried it once. We had a great tomato season one year, and I go, let me try it. And yeah, it just I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad recipe, or I don't know. It just didn't come out right. And everybody's like, no, we don't like those. We're not doing those. Oh, Jan, that's a joke. Well, hey, hopeful thinking. How about that, Jan? Hopeful thinking. Just be thankful you don't have to be there more than 8 hours. That's how you got to look at it. You put up the blinders and just do your thing and get the hell out of there. That's pretty much how that works. Kind of an acquired taste and how it's made. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right because, like I said, and it could have been the coating I used. I don't know. Yeah, wasn't good. And then we tried it once. Actually, a restaurant had where you had a cheeseburger and they put the fried green tomato on top of the burger, and that was a no, big a no, 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 no. Hello, Miss Candy. Welcome, welcome. So nice to see you here. I've never had a bad fried green tomato. Oh, no, you didn't have mine. So, and, I'm actually a pretty good cook, but that one I just don't have down. So, you know what I need to do? I need to come to your house, Dawn, and see how you do it. Because I'm a visual learner. So that's once I see it, I've got it and it's good. So yeah, just let everybody else know that's popping in. Carla will be here soon. Hi, 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 Jeff. How are you? Jeff, you guys are killing me with the videos there. I now I gotta remember not to drink anything when I'm watching a mountain video because then it ends up all over. I am spitting it out all over. You had me laughing. Let's see. Well, Don, you're the Gordon Ramsay of the paranormal. Yeah, there you go. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, it would be nice if Wiz popped in. He's been doing some fantastic work. Fantastic work. Loving it, loving it. Yeah, hopefully I don't know if my mod's gonna show up tonight. He's sick. So I might have to get a few more mods around so that I have somebody to help babysit. Yeah, it's so yeah, great. Do your exercises, get that arm going. Also, I just got done seeing. I don't know if you guys all saw that. Karen from Doof Doof got some great news. She's feeling good. They did a good job. And oh, there he is. There he is. Hope you're feeling better there, Mr. Bill. Oh, and there's Karen. I was just talking about you, honey. We are so glad that you had good news, and you just take care of yourself. Keep yourself rested and do what you got to do. I hope your mind's feeling better. Yeah, he just popped in. So yeah, he's sick. His poor wife's sick. I told him, I said, that's it. I'm not going to your house until you guys are over with the plague. Janet, find an old Southern woman for the fried green tomatoes. You are so right. That's what you got to do. Same thing with like sweet potato pie. I've got to find somebody that's got an ass kicking sweet potato pie because I tried it once and it was fantastic. And I want to make it, but I want a good recipe. So yeah. Oh, you are so welcome, Karen. We just, keeping you in our prayers. Uh, just you gotta take care of yourself. 50% better. I'll be here in the background. You got it, sir. Karen's laying in bed. Good excuse to be lazy. Oh, of course we're gonna be supportive. You're one of the gang, sweetie. And we want you to be back to healthy, healthy, healthy. We don't know what we do without our Karen. So yeah, just stay healthy. It's just the best you can do and do what you got to do. Wow, autocorrect. Yeah, I know autocorrect. Does that annoy you? It is like one of my big beefs is autocorrect. Because with my arthritis, sometimes I just don't really like to type because it takes it off. So you'll be talking into your phone and you're saying something and it prints out something completely different. And then you hit send because you're not proofreading. So then you look like a big ass. That's usually what happens to me. So yeah, that's the autocorrect is just really one of my big beefs. We should do a show about that. What ticks everybody off? And I guarantee you that autocorrect is like probably at the top of the line. So like I was yeah, I hate it when that yes, me too. Hate it when it happens. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Carla should be joining us soon. Because she finishes up work around this time. So she's just gonna be a little bit late. I can't wait for her to get on, pop on, and we can chit chat with her. And she does some great stuff too. You guys, you do that. You do the AI work and all of those fantastique is the incredible, incredible work. Um, I haven't dabbled with it yet. I don't know, but I love it. I love watching what you guys are creating and putting out there, and it is so cool. And then you kick it off with the great music. That's what I got to work on. Is getting either making up my own music or go begging and have somebody make me up something. that's That's the best I could do is, have somebody, because I gotta have somebody show me how to play around with all of that and figure it all out. Um, Same thing, like I always tell everybody, I don't do the editing, no, no. So that's where Bill comes in. Have him help me out learning how to do all that editing garbage. So much new talent today. It's awesome. Yes, it is. And that's why I like to get all of you guys on like one at a time because you're all welcome to come on the program one at a time. Tell us all about the technique and your style and your drive for such great creativeness. And we all, that's why we're going to get to learn about each other. And I think it'll make our community even tighter because then you're going to know everybody more on a personal level than just what you read and you see in videos or whatever. I think it's great to have the background of somebody, uh, so you just get to know them a little better. Where's Mike when you need him for? Oh, you tell me about it. Yeah, I know my computer guy's gone. That's right. But I have problems, Jan. I text him, but I'm not sending my computer to Florida. Me and Wisdom can give you a rundown sometime. I'll tell him I should never spill my beans. Oh, that would be fantastic. Be fantastic. And you guys are always welcome on the show as well. Just to get it out there, we got to get out there, get people to see what you guys do, learn about who you are, and get these videos and these channels out there. Just like what Fantastique says, get the smaller channels. Let's get them moved up because I'm a smaller channel, and so it's great. I really appreciate when people share, when they sub, even just hit the like, just to let me know that you guys liking what we're doing and continue, what we're doing. And I have some great stuff coming up soon. I can't wait. I can't wait. Um, Raw side, when I can talk properly, you need to come and live with me. This group of people are wonderful and love having chat with everybody and letting them know they are appreciated. Oh, that's wonderful. Only problem is, sweetie, I don't like to fly, but because I would come, I would, but I don't fly. And that was my chronic pain condition. I can't travel very far, so I'm pretty much stuck here, guys. And this is where I am. But anytime they want to pop in and just chit chat and share, because you have some great people. Uh, oh no, alive. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I will anytime I'll come on. Problem is, every time I catch you, you're towards the end. So when and I know because the time difference that really stinks. Do a live with her. Yeah, I reread it. I read it too quick. I must be going blind also, guys. I can't see. I got that's why the glasses are on the nose. So I can lift up, see what you guys are writing. The tragedies of being past 50. And I'm gaining another year on Monday. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. It's just a number, and I just deal with it day by day. But yeah, oh, yes, thank you. Anytime you want me on, you let me know. I enjoy it, and I would love to have anybody and everybody on mine as well, just so we all can share. Better than doing the dead. Oh, yes. You said that completely right. Better than the alternative. So I'll take as many years as I can get. It blows my mind when people get to like be in their late 90s and even the 100s because all I could think of is what they have seen in their lifetime is incredible, completely incredible. And so that's why you love to talk with these people. My husband used to run an independent living home building for seniors, and most of the majority of the people that were in that building were over their in their late 90s. And the conversations he would have with these people were incredible, and he loved it. He totally loved it. It was like he adopted about 60 or 70 grandparents because each one had their own stories, their own backgrounds, and the history and the lives that they led were incredible. Yeah, they were. They were all over their 90s, and they were fully, cohesive and functioning, They were still driving cars. Debunk the junk. How are you? How are you? You need to contact me, sir. Hook me, find me on Facebook. We need get some chit chat going on there. Loving what Debunk is doing. I'm enjoying it. I'm sure everybody else is enjoying it. Um, another one where you get out these great videos. I got to learn all of those little, the little doodads that you guys do and all that stuff. Like I said, I haven't learned any of it, and so it's you just get to hear my mouth run. Hi, Steph. Welcome, Steph. How are you? Okay, Don, get that workout in. Don't overdo. And hopefully, yes, we'll still be on. We're just waiting for Carla. She's on her way home from work, so she'll be here soon. Bill, yes, he liked to work in. Yeah, it's nice working in. Well, this wasn't a nursing home. This was an independent living area. Excuse me. These people went, they drove, they did their own shopping, which just totally floors you. Being in their 90s, you could still do everything by yourself. You just lived in a building, so just in case something, needed to be done. I can't release a song till Carla uses what I gave her. Oh, so we have a treat coming up. A treat, treat, treat. Good, thank you. How are you? And what are we chatting about? We're just chatting about everything, Steph, for right now. We're waiting for Miss Carla, Horror of Horrors, to show. She's on her way home from work, so she'll be popping in real quick. So yeah, I can't wait to pick her brain. She's a doll. She really is. And according to Philip, we've got some surprise coming too. So maybe I'm just getting out of work. Oh, Steph's just getting out of work too. Everybody's just getting out and popping in. I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it. So yeah, that's hopefully she'll be here soon and we can get into chit-chatting and seeing what she's all about. That's what I love. I love to find out what everybody's all about and then what drives their passion for what we're involved in. Um, Bill says we have telecords at theme song for you using oh, the Love Boat. Bill wants me to record me singing a song for myself with the tune is Love Boat. I still haven't sang yet, Bill, because the laryngitis is still not 100%. So I can't hit the notes. I'm waiting. I know you have all the equipment there. We could go there and play around for a little bit and see what we come up with. But it's not a good idea to sing if you still got issues with the vocal cords. So so I'm babying them. And I'm excited because I'm gonna have next week Dawn, Joe, Mr. Famous Vitali, and Dawson on. And we're gonna do a little chit chat about their latest adventure. Um, so it's I can't wait for that. I'm excited on that one. Let's see. Trying to see get drink coffee. That's what I've been doing. I'm drinking coffee and trying not to yell at anybody. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I heard it takes oh boy, I don't know. It's weeks. It takes weeks for everything to heal up from having laryngitis. It's really annoying actually. Um, and hopefully it didn't do any damage, as far as any kind of like, high note singing. And look who's there. Look who's there. And there she is, Miss Carla. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank
Can
you.
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
We're all just sitting here chewing the fat, waiting for you to come on.
Oh, thanks. I'm sorry. My day just ran late.
That's all
I'm
right.
at a cemetery. That's where I work. So, yeah.
Which I'm going to ask you about. That's
Okay.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful. Everybody, here she is. Here she is.
Thanks.
And
I'm sorry I'm not like live right now because I just got off work. So
that's all right.
I appreciate it.
Oh, I don't see any way where you would look bad anyways. You're totally
You're so
gorgeous.
nice. Thank you. You're so sweet.
I'm sure you could go through a windstorm and still look fantastic.
Oh, yeah, probably. Today it felt like it, that's for sure.
Oh, bad weather your way?
No, it was just a rat race around trying to get everything watered because we take care of the grass and the flowers, and that's my job. So I'm
Right.
trying to get the sprinkler system after the winter here in Montana. It's pretty bad.
Oh,
A
yeah,
lot of
because you guys have pretty
repairs.
rough winters.
Yeah, and it can really damage the system. So,
Right, everything freezing up and, oh,
mm-hmm.
that must be a nightmare.
Right.
So yes, everybody, she is here, and yes, she does work at a cemetery, guys. So that's one of the questions we're gonna ask, but first of all, we just want Carla, tell us who Carla is.
Well, what do you want to know exactly?
Well, just is, personal, but not too personal.
Oh,
We just
okay.
wanna know Carla the person before we get into Carla the artist.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Well, I was born and raised in Helena, Montana, and been doing paranormal research for about 22 years. Since I was 20, I started to do um just some explorations and research on that, and then decided to go into the YouTube world, mainly because I love horror and Halloween and horror effects makeup, and just I can't go a day without it. Yeah.
So it's your
Um,
obsession.
yeah, and then I just started doing the paranormal stuff, investigations, trying to do some more posts on YouTube. I'm not really out to find um if the paranormal's real. I know it is. I've had a lot of experiences, so it's more or less just to find why those spirits are hanging around certain places and what they're attached to, and just the whole history behind of the locations and who's passed away there.
So here, Steph wants to, how do you get that job? I want a job at a cemetery. Never even
Oh,
thought about that. Oh, yeah.
before I started at the cemetery, I was actually a CMA at the hospital, so I was helping the living.
There you
um,
go.
but I just got exhausted, and I felt like it was really draining on me, and so just applied through Indeed. I don't know if people have heard about that. I mean, it's just a
Yeah. I
hiring company, but my local cemetery posted that they needed um, workers, and I was like, well, that's kind of in my alley of things. So I applied there and started working, and the guy that manages it is looking to find somebody to take over for him. He wants to retire in about 2 to 3 years. So after that, I'm actually going to be running the cemetery myself.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm pretty
fantastic.
excited. It's a lot of work,
Yes, yes, it
but
is.
yeah.
My husband used to do that years ago, and when he was in his 20s,
Uh
and
huh.
the thing that made him quit was somebody's newborn baby had passed,
Oh,
and he had to bury the baby, and he was just very upset by it, and it
yeah.
was pretty much the end of it for him.
Right. Yeah, that's very heartbreaking. I take care of the baby land graves daily, and that it's hard not to get, emotional and
Right,
attached to it, but it's very sweet. I think taking care of the graves, and especially the burials, when we have funerals and stuff, being able to take care of the family that's left
right.
is so important. They're going through so much, and it just feels good. It feels like I have so much purpose for those people to help through that time with their grieving, and it's a
Yeah,
very, very rewarding job.
it's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
It really is wonderful, because no, because not many people can do that. Just like with
Yeah.
like funeral directors, same
Mhm.
thing. I mean, it's just a bad time all around, and you've just got to be a certain kind of person to be able to handle all of that.
Yeah.
And still, and not me, I would be crying continuously because it's just
Mm.
what I do. It's just, I feel people's grief. I feel their sadness, and I get overwhelmed, and I just join in. So I think I'd
Yeah.
make a terrible, terrible funeral director.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to kind of, put the emotions and keep it, professional and hold it
Right.
together. And that part is hard because you definitely feel it, especially if you're an empath. So
Yes.
yeah,
Well, that's my
definitely.
part of my problem. I do. I feel everybody's emotions. So that's
Oh,
just, yeah.
it's really like a
So
gift and
that's
a
definitely, I couldn't, yeah, do that. Um,
yeah,
and a curse. Right. Because there's a lot of things that you
right.
can't be involved with because you just pick right up on it. But it's same as me.
Hmm.
I love cemeteries. The history. I love the history that you can find as you're
Yeah,
walking
they're
through
all
a cemetery.
different, right?
And
We have a
people just don't
few
look at it that
others.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a few others around town that aren't as well kept. Like the one that I work at is probably the most well kept cemetery in the city. And it's very nice. We have a lot of compliments on it. But then there's some that are run by the city and they're so neglected, and they actually take volunteers to help out,
Right.
and mow the grass and try to water it. But it's just sad. And some of the graves are forgotten or even rubbed off. And
Yeah.
they're from like the 1800s and older than that. So yeah, there's a lot behind different ones. So
Yeah.
it's
Well, it's
very
pretty much, yeah, a sin to just an abandoned cemetery. It is
right.
heartbreaking. Hi, crew. How are crew? Hi, Crow.
Hi, hey Crow.
Maybe I should look to the glasses, right? So
Yeah,
I can see
thanks.
what I'm saying.
Thanks for stopping in, Crow. Hi.
Yeah, I find that to be actually just awful. Actually, that happened here not too recently, a couple of years back. One of the bigger cemeteries pretty much was going bankrupt, and they were
Oh,
just going to abandon it.
uh-huh.
And there was actually a family that had paid for their mother to be buried, and nobody was taking care of it. So all of her children and grandchildren went to the cemetery and started digging the grave themselves. And then some
Oh, right.
guy stepped in and took over, and now they're maintaining it. And I mean, because that's terrible.
Mm.
You got to bury your own parent.
Oh, yeah.
That's just ridiculous. Hi, Anita, welcome. So yeah, I think it's awful that when you do stumble across cemeteries and they're really old and they're just forgotten. Um, Actually, my friend Bill told me about a recent one that's in our area, and it must
Hmm.
be ancient. He says because you can only get to it on like a seasonal road. So I'm curious to go check that one out. Apparently, it's really really old, and
Right.
who knows if anybody's ever taken care of it. So hopefully, we'll be able to find it and
Yeah.
see what history lies behind that. That secret place.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but that's
Very
I
neat.
think people need to realize that that's what it is. It's history.
Yeah.
And, you get to do because we do my husband and I do that. We'll drive through, write down names, and then I'll start looking them up and to see who the person was, what they did, and it's amazing what you find. So let's see. I next question I ask you, you are the founder of Paranormal Pioneers Research Team.
Yeah.
When did you start that? And what
Oh my
made
gosh.
you want to
Is,
start
is
that?
my
You've got a little bit
is
of
my
chatter going on with you.
yeah, that's weird. Sorry. Is it better
That's all
now?
right. Yep.
It's very speakery. Sorry.
You're
Yeah.
good now.
Sorry, what did you
Crow
ask?
wants a
Okay,
job at a
good. I
buffet.
don't know what was going on my speaker. Um, the paranormal research team.
Yes.
Um, so I formed that group last year, mainly just me and two of my best friends. They're girls, because there's not a whole lot of female teams. So when I see a lot of female teams, it's really neat because
Yeah.
you see a lot more males doing investigations and stuff than females, and it's really cool to see other women doing those kind of things. But me and my best girlfriend, and she's got different gifts than I do,
Right.
have done some research here, and I like going to the old hospitals and the old Montana prisons, but my favorite to investigate are the ghost towns. And there's a lot of different locations around Montana that have a lot of like pioneer history. So that's where that came from, um, the name and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's
Mm,
two of your best friends, so it's the 3 of you
yeah.
in total?
So, yep, so
Hi,
far,
Tyler,
but
welcome.
yeah, definitely would like to build the team up a little bit. I don't like going in huge groups either because there's just too much interference and stuff like that. Like there can be too much chaos and stuff going on and energy and if you go on different tours that are available, you've got other people that are there and they're excited about trying to find ghosts, but then they're not like experienced in what to look for and the equipment and the debunkers, because I think the debunking community is awesome because it helps pick apart like what was real versus what the equipment may be faulty. Or I really didn't know
Exactly.
some channels were fake until I saw some of the debunking editing and people like that and meeting people in the community. So
Right, same here. Yeah, because you don't
yeah,
realize it until it's pointed out to you,
right.
and of course, a lot of these gadgets, same thing. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've never had to deal with any of those gadgets. It was all old school stuff. So when you get these gadgets, you're like, "Oh, wow, they come up with something." But,
Mm-hmm.
but in the back of your mind, like, "Okay, is this really real or what's the deal?" That's why I do. Yeah, I love the debunking community and at Kenny Biddle, where he takes everything apart and explains it so that, you could think, "Okay, well, maybe this isn't what you think it is." And so
Yeah,
it's important. It's important for them. I call them the paranormal police
right. Kind of.
because
Yeah.
they're going to help everybody, figure what's what, and they have a good eye at catching it. And so it's
Mm-hmm.
a big benefit to the rest of us.
Right. I
Um,
agree. Like there was a lot of stuff with editing that people do that I didn't know until like I saw Beardo's channel and he broke apart a
right?
lot of stuff and I was like, holy cow, like, and it's just upsetting because I can't believe people will do that. I mean, I can't believe it, but it's just like, will it ever get to a point where like even ghosts don't want to be around real people because they're just
Exactly.
messing
Exactly.
around in their place? And I can understand them getting mad, but then
Right.
it's like you got a bunch of punks coming into your place messing around, and if it were me, I'd just be like, wow,
Well, if it
it's
was
the
me, I'd
world. Like,
scare the shit out of them to make sure they didn't come back.
right. That's good. That's good, Laura.
uh, yeah, Kenny, but Kenny Biddle, that troublemaking guy who figures
Yeah.
out the truth.
Yeah,
Oh
I was just
boy.
so floored that people would do that, but
Oh yeah.
then again, I'm like, my first was like Mind Seed. I couldn't believe it when I found that because their videos when I first started watching were really good.
And well, yeah, and you're taken aback, like, wow, how did they catch all of this? Or
Yeah, yeah,
and
and
then
then
when
I
you
saw
find out, it's that isn't real.
right, yeah. So yeah, Beardo, it was he at first I was just watching him and the debunking, and then it was just meeting everybody and so many cool people that I've met, really awesome people. And you're one of them. I think you're super sweet.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
thank
you're
you.
welcome. I really, really feel welcomed and not used to being in front of the camera. I mean, photography is different, but being live and stuff in front of the camera is just going to take a lot to get used to. And
You got to look at it this way. It's just like you're having a video call with one of your friends,
right, like
except
a
there's
Zoom
a bunch of
meeting.
friends on the side here chatting away.
Yeah.
That's how you got to look at it. I
Mm-hmm.
always try to make it comfortable because I know people can get nervous.
Right.
In front of a stage, I would have terrible stage fright. But this, I just don't think of it that way. I just think of it as one-on-one, you and I, and the gang hanging out. So it's,
Right.
so that it makes it easier for me, I guess.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I thought about, oh God, there's gonna be like so many people looking at this, then I even don't even think that way either, because I don't know how many watch or pay attention to what I'm doing, but I do it because I like it and I like to get to know everybody and what you guys are all doing.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't get to do as many investigations anymore because of my disability, so I get to live vicariously through everybody else.
Oh, well, that's cool that you get to do all these interviews and meet people. And You've got some exciting ones coming up, that's for sure.
Oh boy, I can't
The
wait.
guy that interviewed me, and he's really awesome. Like, some of the stuff that we talked about, his experiences were really cool. So I'm
Right,
excited
yes.
for you to talk to him
Oh yeah,
and
he's
kind
coming
of,
on.
yeah, pick his brain and the things that he's been through. So it's really cool.
And I do wanna talk about that, the article. It must have been
Yeah.
such a great honor
Mm.
for you. He did a fantastic
I
job.
know. I was really impressed with how it came out. So
And
it was
and
good.
what a great I didn't even know that magazine existed.
No, I didn't either. He just reached out to me, found me on Facebook, and I was like, really? Okay. Yeah.
And,
It
it
was
was
cool.
great. It was great to
Mhm.
read what he wrote about you because then you get to know who you were
Yeah.
and what your passion was, and, it
Right.
was just very well written. Um, he also surprised me. He wrote a poem, for me,
Mhm.
and,
It was
the only
really
thing I wanted to
nice.
print it out. I didn't print it out in time because I was gonna hang it up.
Oh,
It was the first gift I've
yeah.
ever got doing this, so I was very, very excited.
I think I saw it somewhere, so yeah, I
I
could
posted it.
probably.
Yeah, I posted it so everybody could read it because
Right.
I thought that was really nice of him. So, yeah, he comes on, in
Mhm.
July.
Yeah, you could
Um,
print it out and put it up somewhere.
yeah, I'm gonna frame it and hang it up so everybody can see.
Yeah.
Um, but what was that experience like being interviewed by a paranormal magazine?
Oh, it was really like you were saying, it was an honor, and it was just really fun to talk to him about our different experiences, and r- kind of connecting that way on different things that we've been through, and a lot of stuff that, a lot of experiences that people go through, they don't always capture, and you ask yourself, did that really happen? And it did, and you can't
Right,
explain it, but it's 100% like, yeah, it did happen. And yeah, there's just no way to like prove it or explain it sometimes. Just that's why it's just on the spiritual level of it.
right. Hi,
Yeah.
paranormal rooster. Welcome, welcome. Crow says he tries to avoid writing at all costs. I love to write. I even have an old-fashioned writing set with the
Yeah.
inkwell and the fancy quill
Oh,
pens and
that's nice.
oh,
That's
oh, you gotta
really
see it. It's really cool. I have to post a picture of it. It's like old
fun.
school. It's really neat.
Right. I
Um,
like calligraphy, that kind of writing. Yeah.
oh, I stink at it, but I just love I
Oh,
love
it's fun.
the flow of the pen and all of that.
Right.
I get that from my father because he likes to collect pens, and
Mhm.
there's only certain pens that we'll write with because it's gotta be smooth and just, have a nice flow to it, I guess. Kinda
Mhm.
weird.
No, I get it. Yeah, you want a nice pen.
Another weird
It's like
thing.
having nice art pencils, and you know.
Right, right. Same
Yep.
exact thing. Um, all right, can you tell us about your first paranormal experience and maybe a few others if you
Okay.
would?
Yeah, I saw a Nightmare Nation ask about some, and just want to say hey to everybody in the channel, because I didn't really get to say hello to everybody
Right, sorry, I'm
individually.
trying to keep tracking.
Yeah. So hi everyone. Thanks so much for listening. My first paranormal experience was when I was a little girl. I was in my room and saw an apparition in front of me. It was a man. He was white. I could see features of his face, but I didn't know who he was. Scared me so bad that I yelled for my dad. My dad came out of his bedroom and around the corner, and this person in my room turned and like looked at my dad and then was just gone. And I
Wow.
was just like, what? I don't even know what was going on or who he was. I just was scared. And later in my 20s, I started to have more experiences when I would go exploring places, things that happened. So, um, yeah, just a lot of different things I've
And
had.
what age was
Th-
that? That was when you were
I
really, really
was,
young, or
I was, well, when I had my first experience, I was about 8, I would say, about 7 or
okay.
8. Yeah, and then in my 20s, and it was just crazy because I was just exploring and messing around, and then had things happen. I had an attachment. I had something follow me back from one of the ghost towns to my apartment, and had it was a very bad experience. I saved my place, and then I ended up moving because I didn't really know what was going on, but it was a very dark spirit that
Oh.
followed me back, and it tried to take my cat out the window. I know it
Oh my
sounds
goodness.
crazy, but yeah, I had my window open in my room, and you could see out into the parking lot, and you could see a street light and a dumpster, and it was at night, and I was on this big cushion on the floor sleeping, and I woke up to my cat yowling, like blood curdling yell. I couldn't see out the window. It was pitch black, but it felt evil. Like whatever it was trying to pull my cat by its paw out the window. I couldn't see the screen, I couldn't see the light, I couldn't see anything outside. And
Oh,
I
so it
like
blocked
made
everything.
this, yeah, and I wasn't like, I was like worked up, and I made like this horrible unworldly sound. It was like a roar. I don't know, I don't know, like it was like a fight or flight, and I was like, I'm gonna, you're not coming in, you're not messing with my house or anything. And I flipped on the light, I let go of my cat. My cat took off, and everything was normal, back to normal, but I could not sleep with the lights off, staged everything in my place, and then I moved. I was like,
Yeah,
I should
wow.
not be messing with places. And this ghost town had a lot of bad people hung there. And I don't know if it
Oh,
just, because I, when, I was naive, like a lot of young people exploring places, and
yeah.
didn't know what I was doing, and I shouldn't have been messing in a place that I shouldn't have been into, and
Oh,
ended up
yeah, not
taking
being
it.
prepared or taking any precautions.
Right. And
Um,
then yeah, after that just had more and more experiences. I had a near death experience in my 30s, and things have just climaxed with the spiritual part of it and the paranormal part. So
right,
it's just one of those things that I don't know, that I guess being so close to death just I'm like a magnet to stuff now.
right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, they say you can be, because I did wanna ask you about that if it's not too personal,
No.
uh, explaining the I've never spoke to anybody that's had a near-death experience.
Yeah, it was hypothermia. I almost died from hypothermia. I got
Okay,
lost in Montana. I used to go hunting and got turned around in the back country, and it was a new place we hadn't been hunting in before, and Um, we didn't leave with our day packs or anything that we should have. We just thought, well, we'll go for a quick hike. And it started raining, and the temperature dropped, and we were soaking wet. And before we knew it, we got turned around in the mist in the
oh
mountains, and
boy,
there was too much downfall. And we were trying to get up this ridge to see if we could see where we were.
right,
And we had to build an emergency shelter. And I started to panic, like panic, panic. I was like, dark's coming. We're in the middle of the woods, there's wild animals out here.
yeah,
I
it's
don't know
bad,
where we're at. We're cold and wet, and the temperature just started dropping quick. And we didn't have fire starter. We just had a gun. Couldn't do anything with that. Everything was soaking wet. Dug down into the dirt, trying to get out of the cold. Like if you go into the earth, it kind of is more of an insulator, but
right,
everything is so wet. And just prayed for daylight. I kept looking out the shelter and hoping for sunlight, and it wasn't coming. It was not coming. And I was just accepting that if I fall asleep, I might not wake up, because I was freezing to death, and I was trying to keep my partner at the time alive with body heat.
right,
I was the only one that brought a thicker jacket, and kept shaking him awake, trying to keep him alive. And finally, I know it sounds crazy, but it snowed, and it like lit the woods up like a nightlight. It covered everything, the downfall.
right,
Um, there was no sunlight, but we could see enough that we got out of our shelter. And when you have hypothermia, you're so disoriented, like you're unbalanced, you can't walk, you feel like you're gonna fall over and pass out. It was crazy. It took a good maybe 20 minutes to just get on our feet and be able to actually move and stuff without falling around.
right,
It was, yeah. And then we decided to follow this creek down and out because I was like, well, it's gotta lead somewhere, right? Out of the mountains, it's gotta lead to a
Yeah.
road or a drainage or somewhere down and out, right? But then the downfall and everything started getting thicker, and it was snowing and it was cold, and as long as we kept moving, we were okay. We started to head back up the ridge because it was getting too thick to walk through, and we saw a truck 2 ridges across from us that were headlights. So we did the SOS signal, and nobody could hear us as far over as we were. So we had to cross the creek that was freezing cold water. We were already wet and freezing, and hike up. And we found a silver mine that was still in use, and there were some people there, thank God. Because I
Right.
think
Oh,
even if we got in the mine, we still would have froze to death probably. But
oh my
it was still
goodness.
in use. Yeah, they took us in, gave us coffee, warmed us up, went back to camp, packed everything, and left. But
Thanks for stopping
um,
by, Crow. Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, by Crow. Yeah, it was just I thought I was gonna die of hypothermia that night. If we hadn't got up and got walking, we probably would have fell asleep and died in that
Probably.
shelter.
Yeah.
And yeah, but since when I was younger, I've always seen energy fields around people, the auras. I can see that around people.
Right.
And that's an everyday thing for me. I see different colors. Um,
That happened to me
Mostly,
just once.
yeah, I mostly see yellow and white outlines around people. Sometimes I see blues and pinks, those colors, but I think the most vivid, crazy color I've ever seen is blue. It was just
That's
insane
what
to
I
see
saw
that.
blue around somebody once, and I'm like,
Yeah,
"What
I was
the
just like,
heck?"
wow.
Yeah, I was
Um,
thinking like, "What the hell is going on here?" And it
the
happened only one
coolest color.
time. It was really weird.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I don't know if people think that's strange or not, but it's just a daily thing for me. And um,
I think that's awesome that you could pick
yeah,
up on
see,
something like that.
thanks, Laura.
So, yeah, I think that's really, really cool. Like I said, it happened to me once, and I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" You know?
Hmm.
And that was the
Yeah.
only time I have that happened. Bill puts on here, he goes, "Little known fact," he goes, "You guys probably already know this, but I've heard, never take artifacts from ghost towns."
I believe that. I believe that. Don't take, I took home some wallpaper because it was hanging on the wall and I thought it was a pretty pattern and I decided to take it. And that's actually the same place where I was messing around with stuff. And
And that's
um,
when the dark
I,
entity followed you home?
yeah. And so I know certain things will hold energy. So don't, yeah, I would recommend not taking anything unless you know it's in a place that's not, um, doesn't have any kind of dark energy attached to it.
Right. And then a question far back there, that we didn't miss, Tyler. He wanted to know, what was your, believe favorite place that you've investigated?
Okay. My favorite place that I've investigated was the St. James Hospital, in Butte, Montana. It was an old hospital, and that I went with my girlfriend. We went with a tour group, but we separated. And in the children's wing of the hospital, we did use cat balls, which I know a lot of people don't like, but it was on a cement floor, and we placed them on the floor. And in the children's part of the hospital, we, told them that they were just toys and they could touch them or play with them and they wouldn't hurt them. And we waited a while and we had an ovulus and one of the balls lit up for us and then the ovulus that said bright and ball. It was the coolest thing that I've ever seen. It was
Wow.
just like, and that part of the wing was, like I said, it was heartbreaking, to have children in that part of the hospital that passed away. And but it was just really cool to have that kind of evidence,
Right.
in that part of the wing. Yeah. So that was my favorite. And one that I would love to explore any of the castles over in Scotland. The Bron Castle is one of them that I've always loved, but if I could ever go explore places, it would probably be just any of the old castles in Scotland.
Man, that would be awesome.
Right. I would love to go to those
I've always wanted to
different
go to the
countries.
UK, just, like, getting the
Hmm.
history.
Yeah.
You go to some really good places, you're gonna just you could feel it as you walk through, it's
Yeah, I
the
love
history
watching,
itself.
Kagan Allison and their investigations because they're just super cool ladies. So sweet too, and their explorations over in the different castles and stuff is so neat. So,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not sure
they're
exactly
lucky.
where I'm not sure where they're located. I can't
Right?
remember, but, Amy's crypt will join them, and all of
Yes.
hers are, like, super cool. I'm like, "Ah."
Yeah, I
That'd be
know, you're
like a
thinking, "I
dream
wanna
for
be
me.
there."
Yeah, just to go see, like, and what's hanging around in those places is so cool.
So neat. Steph wants to, know if you've ever been to Gettysburg,
No, I have not, but that would be another really cool one to go see. I've been to, um, the I think it's the Custer battlefield here in Montana. I didn't have any evidence there, but it was really neat to go there because it was, the um, native battle with Custer, and he died. A lot of soldiers died over there, but
right?
that one was neat. But yeah, Gettysburg and stuff would be really interesting.
It's, actually, I just took a ride, yesterday. I went to, the Oriskany Battlefield. We have that here, and it was one of the
Mhm.
bloodiest battles, in history, and,
Oh,
I took some shots and stuff. I wanna get back there at nighttime and do some filming because, there are stories they're saying apparitions will walk through the field. So, I'd like to be able to see if I could try to catch something like that, but I did take a bunch of, like, B-roll shots the other day just, so everybody could see, what it's all about over there. Um,
yeah.
so Gettysburg would be like the same thing, you get in there and you get to see, again, all that history and then see what you could come up with.
Mhm. Yeah, I
As
like
far
places
as
that have a lot of history.
yeah,
Yeah.
the history, I think the history is part of well, it's that's just like what do I wanna say, the foundation of the paranormal, because everything
Mhm.
has to have a history, for things to happen, and even if it's just a residual thing or, something that's lost or stuck, who
Yeah.
knows, but, um, I think the
I
history
think
is
it's
very,
very
very
sad.
important.
Yeah. And for the people that died tragically or of illness and stuff, that part is sad. I'll be doing a lot of investigations this summer. I have one pretty much every month coming up, which I'm really super excited about. And going back to the Elkhorn ghost town here in Montana, I want to go visit the cemetery more than the buildings,
Right?
because a lot of people and children died of an illness that went through there, and see if anything is still remaining. Because honestly, like, I think my purpose is to try to help them realize that they're passed away, because who doesn't want to be with their loved ones after they're dead? Maybe they just don't
Exactly.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
So,
Just
no,
try
that
to
that
help
makes good
that.
sense.
Yeah.
Has there been a location that you've been to that's, disturbed you so much that you'd never go back again? Did we lose her? I think we might have lost her, guys. She'll pop on back on again. Technology, you gotta love it. So, and don't forget, guys, any questions you want, just ask. Hopefully, she'll be back on soon, and she can continue to tell us her tales. Yes, Gettysburg would be awesome. I mean, there's so many awesome places out there, I can get caught up on a chat while we're waiting for Miss Carla to pop back in. I don't know if she realized that she dropped out or not, but oh, stuff. It was. Yeah, I didn't push anything either, so I don't. It's got to be on her end. I don't know what happened. Shapes painting is more fitting to his style and personality. I know you guys are all talking, and I'm trying to pay attention to what you're. talking about paintings and music, and I love what you guys come up with. It is really fantastic. She's having technical difficulties, guys. I don't know if she's realized it or not. I might have to send her a message. And she is still on, so she'll figure it out. she must be uh, she must be borrowing my phone. Yeah, I know. Who knows? I'm curious if she's sitting quietly. Sometimes there's day and night and just talks to them. You know what? That's a great question, Steph. Because seeing that she has access to the cemetery, um, so most likely she does. I think most likely she would sit there and just ask questions and see if she gets any kind of a response. Um, you never know. Um, she said her mic was cutting in and out. Yeah, she's probably still talking with an open window. I know. That's what I'm wondering if she
I'm
realizes.
I'm
There you
back.
are.
Yeah. My mic's having issues. I'm sorry.
That's
I don't know
okay.
if it's on your guys' end, but it sounds like super choppy, speakery, staticky. I don't know, but
Oh, all
it
right.
just
You're coming
to
through
me.
clear, but
Oh,
I'm
good,
coming
because
through
it cuts
choppy.
in and out on me, and I didn't mean to like disappear.
That's all right. I was just gonna send you a message because we thought you were still talking and didn't realize it.
Yeah. Oh no, no, I knew what happened. I was just trying to get it to um
Paranormal Rooster said you must have been borrowing his phone.
yeah, right,
Oh,
Rooster.
this it's technology for you. If you don't get a good signal,
Oh.
forget it. Steph wanted to know. She goes, if she's curious if you sit quietly sometimes there during the day or night and just talk to them.
Um, that's really that's a good question. I don't go to that cemetery at night. Sometimes I do, just have conversation, but I don't really sit and talk to anybody there. I feel that that cemetery is so well cared for and so loved that if anybody was there, they might just be visiting a loved one, but I don't feel like anything is hanging around or lost or um, nothing negative in this cemetery. It, like I said, it is such a well loved cemetery. There's so many people that come there
Right.
and miss their loved ones. And there's some other cemeteries around town that I would love to maybe go at night and um, you know just talk to them and see if they have anything to share of their past. But yeah, I
When you
haven't in
normally
this
do that, do
cemetery.
you bring a recorder with you? And when you normally do that,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so you're
Yeah.
trying to catch a response.
Right. So that would be a good one to do. Maybe the oldest cemetery here in Helena. The Benton Cemetery is the oldest one, and that's the one that I said that's kind of abandoned. Even some of the tombstones are wood; they're not even
Oh, that's incredible!
granite. Yeah, so
Wow.
there's like no names or anything on them still, but it'd be cool to go at night. I've gone to some of the cemeteries here. There's one called Old Fellow next to Forest Vale. It's like the smaller, older one. And I went there on Halloween. I took my camera and took some pictures and caught a lot of orbs one night.
Okay.
There was no traffic going by or anything. I was just walking in the cemetery and took some pictures and caught some orbs. But I don't, it was way back when we had the film developed cameras, and I'd
Right.
really have to search for those pictures. But
Right.
one and I had at least six orbs, different orbs, like in the photos. Like, holy cow. It
Well,
was
yeah.
neat. Yeah.
I think if you're
So,
gonna pick up something like that, it would be because majority of the time it is dust or bugs. But I think if you're gonna pick up something like that, it would be in a cemetery.
yeah. And that was just, there was nobody out around me. There wasn't any
Right.
traffic going by. It was calm.
It
It,
was
it
calm.
was
So
just one of
yeah.
those things that was like, wow, okay. So, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
pretty cool.
some.
You're right. Yeah, StreamYard, that's what it is. StreamYard, yeah. If you're mobile, it's not a very friendly friendly thing to use. I was having a while back having an issue, and it was StreamYard. And of course, internet.
Yeah,
It's
internet too. The Wi-Fi's.
what it is, guys.
My Wi-Fi can
Fine.
be hit or miss.
It's pretty much what it is. But at least you're back, and we know we didn't lose you somewhere.
Sorry.
Um, Now, we might have covered this, but again, I want to know, what is your passion for cemeteries? Because a lot of people, when I say that, oh, my husband and I will go hang out in the cemeteries, and they look at me like I'm crazy, like we got two
Yeah.
heads. I do it for the wildlife also because there's a herd of deer that hang out up there,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and we feed them. But I mean, it's also the history is the
Mhm.
passion for us. Is
Yeah.
what is yours?
Mm, I think, like I said, are you talking about the work? Because the
Just
work,
well, just Just that stuff, because even though you work there, I mean, you spend a lot of your free time,
right?
visiting cemeteries.
Yeah. I think it's by location. Like a lot of people that are buried there in different areas, it depends on what they died from. Like I said, in the ghost towns, they were so isolated that if an illness or disease came through, it would wipe out the town, like
Right,
nearly all of the town. And then it's just really cool to learn about, what happened in this area. What were they settled there for? Some were for gold, some were for silver, some were building the railroad through here. A lot of Chinese people worked the railroad here in Montana.
right. And the
Talk,
Montana's loaded with that history, so
yeah, and so
that's really neat.
yeah, it's really cool.
Let's see. Rooster wants to know: do you believe that souls of past lovers can come back in a new life and find each other?
Um,
So, are you referring to reincarnation?
right. I think there's both old souls and new souls. Um, I believe a lot of the new generation are new souls. I have, I think people can have like a past life. I think a lot of fears are also related to past life things. If people are afraid of suffocation or drowning, or I think it has to do with maybe how they passed away. Um,
Oh, that's a good way of
but
looking at it.
yeah, it all kind of, I guess it depends, but I do believe that we are here on earth to go through life lessons, and then what we fail on are things that we should work on, and we either have the chance to come back and try it again, or we can stay where we're at. I think when we pass away, we all go home, like,
Right.
where everybody else is, and we have that choice to come back or not. And I would come back again. I
So,
would,
well, yeah,
if I
I
had
think
that
that if
choice.
you have the opportunity, why not? I mean, life is a
Hmm.
gift, and
Yeah,
you want
there's just too much to do. Like,
to
there's
exactly,
so many things to see and so many things that I want to do that I don't have enough lifetime for it.
exactly. That's
So
exactly how I
if
feel
I
too.
had a choice, I'd be like, yes, please throw me back in.
Yeah, exactly. And also, the planet that we live on is such a beautiful gift, and you want to enjoy it as long as you can. So,
Hmm.
and even though you say people live to be 100 or whatever, it's still not a long time.
Yeah,
As far as human years go.
right,
And then he says, if you believe in it, then everyone has like a spirit family. You all follow each other in some way into the next life.
right. I
So
think so
yeah,
too.
I could
I
see
think
that.
everybody we meet too, we've had a connection before as well. I don't think that you meet people by chance. And I think the people that you've had in your life, whether it's your sisters, your mom, your husband, wife, kids, you all are connected and you're here to learn from each other. And um, those are part of the life lessons and your experiences that you go through.
Right. Stuff here. I believe twin flames make you fix things, work on things, shows you what you need to be fixed, and then when you finally do correct things about yourself, they unite.
Yeah, that's a really good concept too. I do believe in like soulmates and twin flames. they're two different types of spirit, but a twin flame is split between one soul, and then the soulmates are two different souls that come together.
Right. Rooster says twin flames are either extremely good or extremely bad for each other.
Yeah, I believe that too. Especially if you have to learn something from the other twin flame, it can cause a lot of heartache and damage in a relationship. But it also can bring you closer together if you can figure that out between
Right.
each other, and then it's a very, very strong connection.
A strong bond, yeah. Well, yeah, but one of the bases of the belief in reincarnation is because uh from what they say is that if you don't do it right the first time, then you return to do
Mm-hmm.
it again and you keep doing it until you get it right.
Right, I believe that too. I lived with a lady that was a psychic. Crazy enough, like not everybody believes in mediums, but
Right?
when I did, it was back when I moved to California for just 1 year. I moved there in my when I was in my 20s because I wanted to go to college there, and I lived with a psychic, and she knew things about me that I hadn't told anybody. And of course, she wouldn't have known me because I'm not from California. I didn't live with her, but
Right.
she did a reading with me, and some of the stuff that she went through was crazy. When something negative surfaced and it was released from me, it came through her, and it looked like she was coughing out smoke. It was
Oh,
nuts. It was you can't even explain
yeah,
what
that kind of would
happened.
have freaked me out. Wow. So, well, yeah, wow. That's the first time I've ever heard anybody say that
Can you
they've
hear me?
been in, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. But yeah,
That's
it was like in my past life, I had like, she explained it to me like I had a well and I wouldn't share my water with anybody. And this life, I feel like I'm over giving, like I'm trying to compensate for something that I went through and almost depleting myself. And it's because of what happened to me before. And she said, yeah, because whatever I was, like was a woman and didn't share or was very selfish, or when
right.
people needed, I didn't give to them. And I just totally opposite right now. And it's just trying to find a good balance in my life with that, not take away from myself because I'm not very good at self care and treating myself the way I should be.
Right. Well, yeah, well, 'cause
Yeah.
you have to be happy with yourself so you can, help
Hmm.
other people effectively.
Right. Yeah. And
Uh,
if your cup is empty, you can't give of your cup.
exactly. Rooster wants to know, can twin flames and soulmates be one in the same couple?
They just say that the twin flames are, like I said, one soul that's been split in two, and then you've got the female and the male side that are the one flame. And then when they can be compatible, they're like the strongest of the spirits. But I don't think
Okay.
it's the same as a soulmate.
Okay, well, because he thinks he came back to be your soulmate. That's sweet.
Oh,
Well, we
thank
didn't
you.
ask, are you taken?
Yeah, I am with Rooster right now. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
think
I didn't know
he
that.
and I are planning a future together. So
Well,
he's not
that's
like anybody I've ever
wonderful.
met before. I'm super happy.
Oh,
And
see, I didn't know the two of you were a couple. That's
it
wonderful.
just recently happened. So
Nice, nice,
he's really
nice.
so different from anybody I've ever met.
It's fantastic.
So I believe in
So, okay, you guys all gotta,
soulmates.
forget it. Hands off. She's taken.
That's right, Laura. You tell
She's
them.
taken. That's right. Even though she's a hottie, she's already taken. Sorry. You got to get it out there because you never know, right?
Right. Well, looks aren't everything. I mean, I've never found
No,
the
but you're
one.
nice inside and out. So Rooster's got the bonus.
Yeah.
Steph says, Rooster, I personally do not believe that. I believe twin flames are to balance each other. Soulmates can be anyone you care about. I believe soulmates are lovers.
She's on a she's correct with that. I believe the same thing. Like I was saying, the twin flames are different from soulmates, and I don't feel like Rooster and I are twin flames. I feel like we're more soulmates. Like we've been waiting for each other. I
Wonderful.
don't think that we're of one soul. I think we're just completely different souls meant to go through this journey together.
So that's great. So that's nice to think that way. You don't hear people talk like that very often, so that's really nice. Uh, everybody takes advantage nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see here. Which Steph says, nice Rooster, you better treat her right. That's right, or
Thanks,
Steph's
Steph.
coming for you.
I he's been so amazing. Like just the stuff that just the little things. Like I've never had anybody treat me so well.
That's
Even though we're
wonderful.
not physically together, like one day that's gonna happen very soon. But
Okay, so he's not in the same area as you are?
no, he's like across the world from me almost.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're gonna just gonna
But
have to look you up, Rooster, and see where you are.
bound, determined to come together. So
It'll happen. It will.
yeah.
You just have to be patient.
I
If
think
it's
it's
meant
gonna
to
happen
be,
in October. Like if I could say, oh, and speaking of that, like I can like predict things before they happen. So I didn't predict him, but I'll have dreams before things happen. Like
right,
and it's spot on, like crazy
right. Yeah,
stuff that
I have the same thing as well. Not all the time, but when it happens, I know it's gonna come through.
yeah.
So yeah, it's hard to explain that to people as well. It just happens. I don't know what causes it but it does.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned says, soulmates can look at like twin flame, but even am I reading it right? Soulmate can look at like twin flame, but even someone did something bad to you, be a soulmate. I'm trying to decipher what he's meaning. Uh, oh, Jeff, we had an emergency. Oh, an AC emergency.
Oh,
Hopefully everything's all good there, Mr.
right.
Jeff.
Especially if it's
Um,
hot out.
right. I think what he's meaning is that a soul. Let me reread this because I don't want to pass up the question. Soulmates, I think he says, can look like twin flames, but even someone did something bad to you can be a soulmate.
Right. I think they're
Right.
the
Okay.
some people that you learn from through life. They might not be the one that you're meant to like finish out your lifetime with, but people that you learn from. Like it's almost like in an agreement before you come here. Like I'm gonna work on this and this and this, and this person's gonna help me through it. I'm supposed to learn this from them, and if you either fail or you complete it,
Right.
um, yeah. And then those people, like I said, I think you have connections with, even friends. Like friendships are very very big connections. Like those people that you have in your life, or your parents. Like you learn things from your parents. Some parents are very strict or doting or abusive, and you learn those life lessons from them, and you're supposed to be this person having learned from that and try to be your best spiritual self. And when everything's
Right.
connected, everything falls
Excuse
into
me.
place. Like your whole chakra vibration connects with the universe, and things just come to you like a magnet. And I feel like I'm at that level of my life.
Oh, all right. That's good. Steph says that Rooster needs to go to Montana and be a cowboy.
I would
He
fly
says
him here tomorrow if I
he's one
could.
in Ohio, so he's closer to me than he is to you. Oh, geez. No, well, like I said, you'll come together when it's the time.
Right. You're
Rooster says,
exactly right.
yeah. He says roosters can be very evil creatures. Yes, they can. I got chased by one when I was a kid. Chased me right up into the hayloft.
Yeah, those claws are scary.
Little stinker. Oh man, he scared the hell out of me. Let's see. Boo. Just as my aunt's rooster attacked the mailman, so she had to. She had to eat it. Oh, jeez. Poor rooster.
Oh gosh, my best friend, the one that I was talking about, she had turkeys and she had one that would chase her down the driveway and he ended up being Christmas.
There you go.
I
You
ate him.
you chased the
She
wrong
was
person.
like, I was not upset about it. He was the meanest turkey. They ended
Oh,
up eating
they
him, but
can be terrible. Geese are
yeah.
wicked mean too.
Mhm. Right.
So, yeah,
That's
that's
funny.
funny. Let's see, Jeff, I live about an hour from Rooster, so there you go.
That's cool.
So everybody's closer to Rooster, but that's all right. Like I said, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. Um, the best things in life are, you wait for. They come in time.
Yeah. So is everybody gonna flock to see Rooster?
We're all going to
Everybody
Rooster's
go to
house.
Ohio.
Here we come, Rooster. We're all coming to your
Yep.
house.
Everybody go
Wouldn't that be some
investigate.
shit? He'd open up the door and a whole yard full of people.
Right. Everybody from the paranormal
Turn on
channels.
the barbecue. We're here.
Actually, it'd probably be super fun.
Oh,
I think
oh
some
yeah.
people, like if we all did a big barbecue and stuff, that would be awesome. We could just all have some beers and marshmallows and
And
have some
some
good
chicken.
ribs and brisket and barbecue. Yeah.
Oh,
Then
jeez.
I could tell ghost stories all night. How fun would that be?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
He
just
says, I think
really
a
big into
rooster.
that.
He says, I think a rooster could easily take a crow. Oh no.
Oh, that's the
Oh, he's not
challenge.
here. That was a challenge. Hi, Miss Wendy. Wendy, how are you? My Wendy, MIA. She's always MIA. Let's see. What you vibrate at is what you attract in life. But going up, you can still go down. The gas
That's
tank does run
true.
out.
I believe.
Yeah,
Yep,
it
I
does.
believe that.
It does.
Sometimes it just depends on what you're going through in life too. Like I said, I felt like I've been at my highest, and then like with my career choices, it's like, well, your body tells you things, and maybe it's not good on your health, and then I do tarot readings, so it's kind of like a guidance to me to use my energy to figure out, okay, what do I need to do from here? I need some help. Sometimes I feel lost, and I'll
Right.
use my energy to kind of guide me where I'm supposed to go. And those I tell you, there has been spot on too. Like it'll say, oh, you're dealing with this kind of person in your work environment and what she's doing, and I'm like, wow. Yep.
Right. Yeah. It is
Yeah.
amazing how that stuff does hit head on.
Yeah, and then it's just like, okay, well, what do I need to do now so I can get back on track?
Right. Hi, Joe. Says, thank God I'm making dinner right now. Ooh, what are you making?
Oh,
Because we made him really hungry. Well, we're all gonna go up to a
yum.
rooster's house.
So we're having barbecue at Roosters.
Barbecue at Roosters. Bring your
Yep.
own salad.
Yep. Then we're gonna tell horror stories. Gosh, that
Uh,
would be so fun.
MIA, I have lots of homework. Oh, geez. Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry. She has lots of homework.
I'm sorry too. It can be a good and bad thing. It just
That's
means you're
the
working on
homework I
something.
gave her.
Oh,
He's making stuffed shells. What the hell,
yum.
Joe? I wanted those for dinner. Oh, that's
Yeah,
just
that
not
sounds
right.
good. Right?
I mean, I made chicken and broccoli Alfredo, but I wanted stuffed shells.
That sounds so good too.
Well, my husband's favorite, so I always make what he wants instead of myself.
Yeah.
It's and she goes, "Yeah, right, Laura. Yeah, I forgot. I gave Wendy some
Oh.
homework." So
So Laura, have you got on and talked about yourself? I don't
no,
know if I've missed it,
not
but
really, not well.
we
The
need
very
to
first
have
one
somebody.
I did a little bit.
Okay.
Nobody's asked me to come on and talk about myself,
Well,
so
we should definitely do that and learn about you, I think, because it would
uh,
be so interesting to hear about what your interests are and
I'm a
experiences.
Gemini, so that tells you right there I'm a big
Oh,
mystery. So
fun. Geminis can be fun.
never the same person all the time.
That's okay. You're
I did.
adaptable.
Let's see. Yes, I'm very adaptable. Let's see. Did you ever notice we always talk about food? Yes, we do. We should definitely have a paranormal cook-off. Oh, that would be fun. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yep.
Let's see. My money is on Jeff for the cook-off.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, that would be so fun.
I think it
I
would be
love
fun.
making jalapeno poppers, bacon wrapped
Oh,
jalapeno
I love
poppers.
those. I haven't had those in
Hmm.
years.
It's been a while, but it sounds so good right now.
Wendy wants to know, have you seen the movie Tarot? No.
I
When
have
that?
not watched that one either yet.
No, I haven't seen that.
I've been binge watching horror movies like on my free time at night.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up on everybody's videos.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to catch up on research on for my guests.
No, okay.
And so, between that and like I said, I gave Wendy some homework
Mm-hmm.
and I just, it's a lot of work. And
Yeah.
when I'm watching everybody's stuff, I'm usually in bed laying there watching and I pass out and then I have to catch
Mm-hmm.
up the next
It's like
day.
there's so much to do, but not enough time to do it
Not
now.
enough time.
Yeah,
And
trying
then,
to keep
I
up
got
with
so
it.
much crap going on at my house. And Rooster wants to know if you should throw another shrimp on the barbecue. I pass on the shrimp.
Yeah. I love
Hi,
shrimp.
Faith. Hi, Faith. It's a texture thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I,
Maybe
I
it's
used
because
to eat them
they're a
as a
filter
kid.
feeder.
I used to eat them as a kid, and then when I got older and see what they looked like, and I go, oh God. And then after that, yeah, I just can't do it. Oh, what is it? Steph says, holy hell, get out of my head, Wendy, because she's 15 minutes into the movie right now.
Oh, okay. I hope it's a good movie. I'll have to watch it.
Oh, okay. What's the joke? What do you call a lesbian on fire?
No
I don't
idea.
know. What do you call a lesbian that's on fire? That's okay. It's a joke. Everybody, it's a joke.
Right.
I look at it this way. If you can't take a joke, then that's, your problem.
I like
Nobody's
it.
being mean. It was a joke. So you got to tell us what the punchline is. Or did I miss it? What do you call a lesbian on fire? LGBB. Oh, okay, there he did say it in there, and I didn't. I was paying attention. I'm such an idiot. Right there.
No.
There it is right there.
Oh, okay.
LGBTQ.
RGBBQ. That's funny. Oh.
Oh, this man. Okay, but it's a joke, guys. It's funny. So it's everybody's saying hello, hello, Miss Faith. Hello, Miss Faith.
Hello.
And Stephanie goes, I'm a little psychic. I'm not. Yeah. How do you know you might be? You don't know. Okay. Miss Carla, we want to know about your art. Your art is fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you
Everybody
noticed it.
wants to know.
I've been doing art since I was little. So every class I could take, I was taking through high school and then college. Yeah. I love oil painting them, and that's really difficult. But it's just they come out so nice if you
Yes.
can figure it out, but it's tricky. My favorite's watercolor and graphic design. I've done a lot of different graphics for businesses around my city, different logos and things, those kind of designs. So it's super fun to see when it's out there. I've had people want me to design graphics for t-shirts and stickers and for different events. And
Right.
yeah, it's fun when you see your art on somebody's t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't have any t shirts. I need to get some.
Yeah. I don't know
um,
what more you want to know about my art, but I've always
just,
been drawing since I was little. I
right.
really liked tattoo art, drawing tattoos for people. I get a lot of requests for those.
Do you have tattoos yourself?
Yep, I have 7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have more that I
Okay.
wanna get, but I've gotta actually make time to go in and get it done.
I have
Yeah,
one.
nice. Yeah, I have
Just
a
one.
I was
And,
just gonna do a 3/4 sleeve, but I'm gonna do it all the way down my right arm, and then I've got one that's on my left shoulder that goes around my back, and then I've got a few on my back, and then one on my ankle, and There's a few that I want to add on my ankle and then one on my rib cage.
Right. Oh, was that painful?
Yeah, I think that one's gonna be the worst. So
Yeah, I would figure that would be really painful.
yeah, and I'm a glutton for pain. It's
I got a high threshold because I have fibromyalgia.
oh,
Uh,
okay. I'm
so I
sorry.
mean, if anybody knows what that is, it's a nerve pain
Yes.
disorder.
I'm
So
so
it makes
sorry.
everything intensified by like 100. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I had a tattoo done on my ankle, and oh god, it killed me, but I did.
The the ankle that I had done was super irritating. It was like a cat scratch, and I was like, "Can you just finish?" And this one's just not. I'm not
Right.
happy.
So that's
But
I was
I can
thinking,
say
get it done on the rib cage. That must be something.
yeah, I'm a high anxiety person, so when I go and get a tattoo done, it's actually very soothing to me. I almost take a nap.
My sister's the same
Yeah,
way.
it'll put me out. It's crazy. And I always ask my tattoo artist, well, where's the most painful spot? Can you put it there? So I
Yeah.
had one done on the inside of my arm, almost by my armpit, that I need to
Ooh,
go get colored. But
right.
yeah, they say the elbow is. I'll get one done there and finish my arm up. But yeah, it's just crazy because it's just a release for me. And then I just am so relaxed and
Right. See, my
take
sister
almost,
feels the same way. It's
yeah.
her anxiety. She's high anxiety, so
Hmm.
she says it relaxes her.
Yeah. You won't know I'm high anxiety, but I am. I hold it in a lot, but I'm a very
Right.
calm on the outside person. Maybe it's just because I'm a Virgo, but
You let it out when you need to.
hmm
That's all.
yeah.
And I agree, Rooster. Art, yes, is an escape for a lot of people. I've always been into art and all of that, and it's I think it's a place, right? Yeah, where you can lose yourself.
Yeah.
Um, and
I,
so, and no matter what your art is, it could be, it doesn't have to do with paints or just,
hmm
it could be music or, like you said, tattooing or,
Yep.
whatever,
Exactly. Yeah.
your medium is
hmm
pretty much how it works. Let's
Yep.
see. Wendy says, I have not one tattoo. I just never got one, but lately I've been considering it. Come on, Wendy.
Oh.
Live on the edge.
Yeah, Wendy, it'll be good if you do. My mom never did either, and she finally got one. I had
Yeah,
never
just
thought my mom would get one,
yeah, you
but
figure,
she
well, you get
did.
older, what the hell, right?
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna anyway." I'm like, "I thought you would never get a tattoo, mom," but she did. She
Uh,
got one from my grandma when she passed away. She got a hummingbird because my grandma loved hummingbirds and her flower garden. Which,
right.
yeah, I think about her a lot when I do the flowers at the cemetery.
So, well, is it, it's all good memories, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
there,
it just
it
makes
brings you
me think of
joy.
her,
Yeah.
right?
Steph says she's getting one on my left shoulder blade. Oh my God, I'm working on a 3/4 sleeve also. Started on my left inner arm above my wrist, then going under to my left shoulder. You
Nice.
girls are brave. I have
That
just a fairy holding a flower on my ankle. And it
oh,
actually needs to be touched up, and
cute.
I know, like I said, with the fibro, I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't want to be beating up some tattoo artist in his studio.
Mm, that's exciting for her tattoo. That one's gonna be really cool. It
So you need
sounds
to
like
share
a big one.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to share some pictures.
I love sharing art and seeing other people's art. The rooster said showed me some of his and then on his Facebook page, and they're just so cool. I wish I could just draw up stuff like he does. Like, I think he does a lot of it out of his, imagination. And
Right.
me, I have a hard time doing that. So,
I mean, it took me a long time. I didn't get mine till I was 30. And I really wanted to pick something, that I liked. And I like, magic and all of that. So I figured to pick the fairy. But
yeah.
now that I see the pictures that people do today, oh, I'm thinking about having it redone and having it modified because they're so beautiful.
Hmm.
I mean,
You
mine's
definitely
okay,
could. Yeah.
but
Have it done
like I
up a
said,
little.
somebody to have to. I'd have to do it in sections
Mm.
because, like I said, everything I'm so sensitive to touch.
Oh.
When rain mist hits like on my skin, it feels
Hmm.
like pins and needles.
Oh.
So, like I saying, having the tattoo done again would be pretty rough. Wendy goes,
Mm.
"Can you see me explaining a rooster tat?" Now, see, that's what it is. You got to think about something because you got to live with it. So
Right.
you got to make a good choice.
But I'm sure it has meaning behind it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, he's got how many? Oh, I forgot. 2. I'm at 26 tats, 2 on my neck. Wow.
26. Holy cow.
Wow, that's
I've
amazing.
got a lot of catching up to do. Just kidding. That's awesome.
My sister keeps trying to talk me into getting another one. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just if I
There's a
didn't have the stupid fibro, then I would say
Mhm.
okay. But yeah,
Yeah, if it's painful, I'm
it's
sorry.
very painful, and it's just if I found something I really, really fell in love with, and it was small enough, then I would go for it. And then I had to find the right person
Yeah,
because I don't want some kind of jamoke.
right. Well,
You
the
know,
smallest one that I've got's the little one on my ankle, and it was so annoying to get. It was like the
yeah.
worst tattoo. It just felt like cat scratches on my leg, and
Actually,
I
I'd
was
like to
like,
have one done on the top of my foot in the ankle area.
"Oh, that yeah,
Because I
that'll be."
had surgery done there, and I have a scar, and I don't like it, so I always cover it with henna.
Mhm.
But, and I was gonna do a tat, but then the doctor says, "Well, just in case I have to go back in there, because I'll end up ruining it." So that's why I never had it
Oh,
done.
I see.
I said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna have that done, and then you're gonna chop it all up, so
I
forget
think
that
on
idea."
top of the foot would be pretty painful. I think
Yeah,
it's on the
I think so
nerves.
too. So I'll just
Mhm.
stick with the henna.
Yeah.
It's easier, less painful. And what does Rooster say? "Not much, Wendy, but I'll make room." I missed what she had said, apparently. Oh, here she goes. She asked, "Do you have any skin left for those?" Yeah. Oh, please. It's amazing what you can fit on the body. And I also think there's a time where it's too much. Um,
Mm. A good
I
example on that one is Machine Gun Kelly. What was he thinking?
it's just yeah, too
Uh,
much.
oh yeah, he had like tons of tattoos on his upper body, but then he went and got blackout. So now it looks like he's wearing a crop top tee. And I was like, "What did you do, dude? That's horrible."
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
Oh, this looks
and it
so
kind of all
bad.
runs in together, and it just
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, he's
I
got
don't
to
want
live with it,
I
but
don't
I
want to
think
take
it looks
anybody off,
awful.
but after a while, you just look like a big, massive black mess.
Maybe that part just takes your identity away.
Yeah. Well, that could be the reason. Maybe he's
Mhm.
hiding behind it. What his faith says. Someone in the comments tried telling me you played a Fender Strat when I first posted an AI art.
Oh yeah. I do play guitar. I just started
Woo,
learning
she's a hot
guitar.
rocker.
Yeah, I've been playing violin since I was little, but I decided to pick up guitar. My dad's been playing forever, so he's been showing me how to play some different songs and chords
Fantastic.
and the simple stuff. But I really want to do, you know, some big songs with guitar. Not a band or anything, but I bet I could jam with my dad and it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
I grew
started
up.
both
Yeah.
violin and guitar and never finished the lesson. So as
Oh,
far as I got was row the boat ashore. Is that what it
there
is?
you go.
And
Yeah,
then
I
somebody
took.
broke the violin, so I couldn't have it fixed. So that was the end of that.
Oh, Rooster.
Let's
I'm
see.
sure those
Richard's,
were.
yeah, painful. That's what because I always wondered which would be the most painful. I think it's just wherever your skin
Yeah,
is the thinnest, maybe.
I bet that's pretty painful too. But I always thought maybe the top of your foot or the arch. Holy, your
Right.
the inside arch. Ah,
Right. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know.
I can't imagine getting that done.
And why would you
I
do that?
don't know.
Why
I've
would I
seen
know? Why would you
people
do the
put
inside of
like
nobody could see it?
yeah, but I've seen girls put like ocean waves or trees and stuff on that part of their foot because that's where they step, like step in the
Okay.
waves. But I think it would be painful.
I think so too. I just yeah. Let's see, Jeff, Laura, I'll send you my video of me dressed as a nun playing Sober by Tool. Okay. Okay. Rooster has I have a skull and spider web on my left hand and a Celtic cross on my right hand. And it's I mean usually people get tattoos because they do mean something to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that Rooster, that's part of your heritage, that you have the cross, which are beautiful designs. We have one in the cemetery up here. It's just gorgeous.
Oh,
I got to take a picture of it just so you could see it.
yeah.
It's one of my favorites. It's beautiful. It blows my mind because of the monuments in the cemetery are so huge. And the
Yeah.
cemetery is so old, and I always think to myself, how the hell did they get them up here? It had to be in sections and be it was a horse and buggy,
Yeah.
so they had to be done by wagon, but you're thinking, how the hell did they get them up there?
Yeah. Next time you go out, take lots of pictures. I would
I
love to
do,
see
yes.
that
Well, because I
cemetery.
plan on doing, videos and doing a video segment on the whole place because it is incredible.
Nice.
Just gotta try to squeeze all of this in.
Yeah. I
Besides,
would love to see
all
it.
it does is rain here. Hold on just a quick second, guys.
No problem.
I have somebody that's trying to contact me that she forgot I'm on a show. There, this way she can stop blowing up my phone.
Yeah.
Let's see
I
here.
love that everybody's sharing all their different tattoos and stuff.
Well, this
I
is
love.
what's great about that's why I love doing this because we're
Mhm.
not just talking about one specific thing. I mean,
Right.
we're getting to know you, but we're also getting to know everybody else in the chat as
Yeah.
well. Um, what's Steph say? She's got a whole thing printed out here. I have a pocket watch with the sun, moon, and stars on my arm, with
Mhm.
time and date on the watch having a special meaning. That's a great idea. And
Yeah,
when
it's
people
cute.
ask, I say it's the day and time stopped for me and everything changed. That's
Oh,
wow.
that's very significant. I was trying to think of the word.
Yeah, it is. Okay, and
Yeah.
Rooster is a Nordic Irish German. Well,
Mhm.
there you go. That explains that.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I definitely like his Nordic side.
Ooh, here we go. So that's what you do. You gotta get him and get on the plane and travel and go check
Yeah.
out all that great stuff.
Yep. I'm Norwegian. Um, my mom's side is Dutch and Irish and Scottish. But my grandpa is 100% Norwegian. And they
Wow.
came from Norway, and then he moved to San Francisco, and that's where my dad was born. And then he moved to Montana, and
Right.
yep.
So yeah, and
So,
Steph goes, he's a Viking.
mm-hmm.
Vikings are hot. I watch a lot of
Yeah.
Viking. I watch a lot of Viking stuff online.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
I
Let's
would
see.
love to
Wendy
go to
is
Norway.
Ukrainian, Irish, and Italian.
Mm.
Okay, what makes up everybody? Faith is Swedish and German.
Mm. Sweden would be cool to see.
Nice. Stay tuned. Baltic, Scandinavian, and German.
Ooh.
Jeff says, I have an Uncle Bozeman. I
That
love
was
Montana.
just in Bozeman for a concert. That's awesome.
Yes, I did see that. Yes.
Yeah, Montana is beautiful. I love
Jeff, you're
it here.
100% German? I think yeah, Jeff is 100%. Steph is, I'm just Polish. Polish
Nice.
rock. I'm Polish and Lebanese.
Mm.
So everybody makes, see, we're all just a little bit of something going on here. This Richard says, I'm
This is
blushing now.
awesome. Yeah.
She said- and then we've got Bill, who is Scottish and Irish.
'Cause Brewster's a hot Viking. Yeah.
Oh, that's why he's blushing?
Yep.
Is that
He's got the beard and everything. Oh,
well, we're just
man.
gonna have to look up those pictures, sorry.
Oh, wow, Jeff, that's really cool.
Uh,
The butcher in German.
the butcher in German.
That's that's cool.
Wow, now you're scaring me, Jeff. I don't know this.
Stubborn can be good and bad, Steph.
Oh, yeah, that's true,
Yeah.
and a hard worker, yes.
Yeah, good.
Wendy says her ancestors were, from right on the border of Poland.
It is so cool to see where everybody's from, like, in the
Yeah,
ancestry too.
Anita is
Like,
just British. That's okay, British is awesome. I actually almost well, I would have been British. Because I'm first generation American. My father, comes from Poland, and on their way over, they stopped in the UK. And, the funny story is my grandfather was speaking to my grandmother, says, "Well," he goes, "You wanna stay here?" And she said, "No, because they talk funny."
oh,
So they went on to New York.
yeah.
Talk about talking funny. But, yeah, she didn't wanna stay in the UK, and I says, "Well, that stinks because I wanna go there." I says,
Right.
"And I coulda just been, born and raised there." And what stay tuned? Stay tuned says, "Dang, I'm just the fat
Isn't
peasant
Viking.
Viking over here. At least I have blonde and reds in my hair." Oh. And Steph says, "But I'm short and blonde."
Mm.
So everybody's Wendy, Wendy, do you cook any Polish food? Excuse me. Oh, I know. Wendy keeps trying to get me to go to the UK. I told her she just has to, she's got to drug me first to get on a plane.
Mm.
And then Rooster is, I'm a 6 foot one, 210 pound. I'm a mutt. Well, we'll just have to see. We got to see. I'm sorry. I got to see pictures to believe. So, and then Jeff, his wife is Polish, and I get all of that wonderful food. Oh, yes, it is good.
That's nice.
We're back to the food, guys. Oh, here's
Right.
Joe. My dad's side of the family is Italian and Jewish. My mom's side of the family is Irish and some other crap. Oh my God, you just reminded me, Joe, of my girlfriend. I have a girlfriend who's Italian, but she's also German, Indian, and I believe Irish. But she only admits to the Italian. She goes, the rest of it's crap. I said, no, that's terrible.
You have the best laugh, Laura.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
so great. I love it.
Some other crap.
You're such a positive
Oh,
person. Like,
I know. I
it's
try
so
to be
great. You super are.
because my husband is more on the negative side.
Oh, that's hard. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so it's like sometimes you
it's
just
just
suck the life right out of me.
it's just really refreshing, and you don't have that
So
too
it's
often. So,
see Joe, Jeff's wife, kielbasa. You get homemade kielbasa
mm,
or do you uh store bought? We have a store here that specializes in all homemade Polish food. Pierogi, I make those stuffed cabbage. Yeah. Polish wedding chicken is a killer too. Yeah. Jeff's eating good over there. And that's what I always say, because same thing, my family, both sides have fantastic food. So that's probably why we all got big asses. Hi, Foxfire. How are you, honey? I just made, and of course, no, I already told Bill, so I'm safe. I made grape leaves the other day. So every time I make those, everybody said, "Where's mine?" Well, I'm getting there. That's all I can say. I'm getting there. Okay, we already discussed that. Okay, and you shared that with us. I just didn't want to miss anything. I want to know, pretty much, do you have a bucket list of places that you want to go to? Um,
um,
pretty much a lot of
well,
a lot of investigators have a bucket list of where they want to go,
Right.
what they want to visit. Do you have one of your own?
Um, I really would like to go to Waverly Hills. Um, my girlfriend wants to go so bad. Um, go check out that. And like I said, the castles in Scotland,
Right,
Bron Castle would be amazing. I've seen, Amy's Crypt, go check out those, and it's just one of those that's got a lot of like dark history in it.
right.
And yeah, um yeah, it's just really hard to like pinpoint what places I would go to.
Pretty much all of them.
Maybe, yeah, well, I definitely love the ghost town, so I would like to check out like the real tombstone in Alamo and
Right.
those places down there. And
So yeah, there's just so many places and it's hard. So, and the
right.
thing is, now these places are catching on. They're charging everybody outrageous amounts of
Oh
money,
yeah. Yeah,
and
besides the whole
it's the sad part.
yep, the
Debunk the
flight and
junk, I'm with
travel.
you. I like a good chicken and homemade dumplings too. I make
Mhm.
those for my husband. Biscuits and gravy.
Nice.
Oh, geez. Now
I
everybody's gonna be
really
hungry.
really want to go to Salem, Massachusetts too, in that area.
Yeah.
Yep. Just because. I want to
It's
go there in
no, because it's
October.
pretty neat too. Okay, the
Mhm.
history it just blows you away. I
Yeah.
have relatives in Arizona who were a part of the tap team, TAPS team out there in
Mhm.
Arizona, and
Yeah.
they said, yeah, the amazing
Mhm.
what they've been through and what they've seen. And actually, they ended up stopping for a while.
Oh,
Um, Actually, it was one of my, I think it was a second or third live that I did. I had him on.
okay.
Kale, they stopped because something dark followed them home,
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
attacking their family.
Oh no, that's not good.
So yeah, well, thank goodness they finally got rid of it. So I don't know. I did ask him if he ever thought of
Mhm.
going back to the field, and he said they're not sure.
Yeah, I can understand that though.
But
Yeah.
yeah, he's very, he knows a lot about it. A lot about equipment and how to do
Mhm.
certain things. Like Joe, Joe is fabulous with equipment and how to do it and get it done and
Yeah,
analyze it. And like I said, if we all, need those kinds of things, that's who we is. I is Joe.
right. I think
'Cause
the scariest places for me to see or to go investigate are the prisons, just
yes,
because a lot of the negative, and then the plantation homes. Like I want to go check some of those out, like over in New Orleans and the southern
right.
areas, but I think they are so scary to me because of
A lot
the
of
dark
dark
history
magic
and the
going on there,
slavery and stuff. Yeah, so some of
right?
them have really like negative energies there. So, but they're on my list too to eventually go over that way and explore some of those places.
So, yeah, it's well, like I said, no matter where you go, it's all going to be just different experiences.
Hmm.
And actually, I'm looking forward to hopefully. I know everybody goes to all the famous places.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a lot of people start going to places that nobody's heard of.
Hmm.
You know, uh,
I think the
something new,
interesting ones are like the brothels here and the theaters.
right?
Because we have a lot of those here, and like the brothels in Montana were huge. The women, there's one place called Big Dorothy's, and she made so much money running her brothel. Because that's like just all
Interesting.
the pastime of, bars and prostitutes and, but that was a big thing back west, and she made a killer ton of money, that lady. Now it's a
Wow.
bar and a really nice restaurant. And but yeah, there's a theater that I'm gonna check out coming up in Phillipsburg, Montana. And there's a brothel too. So I'm gonna
Oh,
go
so
check
something
those
to
out.
look forward
Yeah.
to. All kinds of goodies popping
Just
around.
just different, it's not like a house that's supposedly haunted or
Right.
inhabited, and the prisons and all that, but they're just different places. There's a little bar in Drummond, Montana that I'm gonna go probably overnight and stay in too, because
Right.
it's not like there's anything negative there. There's actually the owner that's been said. There's a kid that owns it now, but the old man that used to own this bar still hangs around there. So I want to go see if I can actually have conversation with the guy and why he's so attached to it. And I know it was like his life and his business, but it'd be interesting to go and see if I can even connect with some, something over there.
Right.
Yeah, it's
So yeah,
interesting. But it's
it's
like one of those places that you never would have known about, like until somebody said, "Hey, there's an old man. I've seen him, and I'm thinking it's the owner because he hasn't left." So
right.
it's crazy. Yeah.
So yeah, we look forward to seeing that because, like I said, there's everybody. Like I said, we enjoy seeing all of the famous buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the guys pay the ask for them, but if people
Right.
could start doing, you know, places like you're gonna go to that nobody's heard of,
Yeah.
so it's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg to investigate there,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be experiences for everybody to see, and I see
Yeah.
yeah, like, I agree, the prisons and, like, mental hospitals,
Mm-hmm.
we actually have a mental hospital here that was closed years ago, and I
Yeah.
heard they're gonna be opening it up again for tours, so I gotta
Oh,
look into
okay.
it, maybe we might be able to sneak into that, but,
Yeah.
it's nice that people are starting to just step it up a little bit and go outside the norm,
Mm-hmm.
and so that people could see different things. Steph says, "I wanna do universities." I know some have old buildings and reports of activities.
Yeah. It'd be neat too. The college here is said to be haunted, but I haven't had any experiences there. So yeah, it'd be cool to check those out too.
See, like, here, right here, debunk the junk. That's why I gotta get you on there, sir. One of the
Oh,
worst places I've ever visited was a Native American children's boarding school in Wisconsin. I wanna talk about negative energy.
oh,
Oh, wow.
that's sad.
It is, and then, like I said, you
Yeah,
don't know who knows what he's found. I mean,
right.
I'm sure he's gonna put it out there, but, I'm hoping to have Mr. Debunk the Junk
That'd be
on
cool.
so that we can get to know him, get his channel going and rolling.
Hmm.
He's putting out some great stuff. Um, uh, yeah, Wendy, I know Wendy, yeah, she wants to go back there. I would move back there in a heartbeat. And then you would leave Wendy, I can't get to you now. You're where you are. You gonna move further away? Oh my goodness. Okay, Miss Carla,
Yeah.
what are your plans for the future?
Well, I started doing YouTube because I was hoping to, build my paranormal research a little bit more, and I really want to in the future, besides take over the cemetery, which would be amazing.
Right,
Yeah, and this guy's dead set on me taking over it. So it'll be in about 2 to 3 years when I start running the cemetery. There's so much that goes into it though.
right,
Coordinating, we do Memorial Day and honor the veterans that have died and are buried there and their families, and coordinating the burials and stuff. But with that, I really want to own and open my own little horror boutique with apothecary stuff and horror oddities. And
right.
yeah, so
That would be great. And
yeah.
everybody, including Jeff, wants to know the name of your channel
Um, my channel here on YouTube
on
is,
YouTube.
yeah, it's Horror of Horror. So if you do at Horror of Horror, that's my channel.
And you guys go over there and sub and check her out. She's got
Thank
all
you
of her
so
art and
much. You
stuff
guys are
on
just,
there.
you're
Uh,
awesome. I just love,
Beautiful. Well, so you're awesome too, and
thank you.
people need to see that. You got to
Oh,
get it
I
out
just
there.
love sharing, the things that I love and with people and hearing about their experiences. And like I said, I love Halloween and horror movies, and I've
Right.
loved it since I was little. Like Halloween's always been my favorite. Um,
I
yeah,
would put the
so
link up for you, but I haven't figured
thank
that
you.
out yet.
Yeah. Um, So yeah, owning my little horror shop, I think I've got so many ideas for it and would love to sell ritual candles and crystals and things like that for people and talk to
Right.
people about their interests and stuff that And because everybody's got certain gifts and things that they do with their energy, and
See,
some
these are
people are
things that
just
would be
curious.
you to explain to people because people don't know anything about well, a lot of people, I'm not saying everybody, a lot of people don't
Yeah.
understand anything about that stuff.
Hmm.
And yes, guys, check out Debunk the Junk. I love what he's putting out. And you guys are you'll really enjoy it. You really do. And also if you need any kind of car advice, check out Bill's Carbs and Coffee.
Nice.
Uh it's a good way to get some stuff fixed and have a little coffee chat with Bill. Um but yeah, let's see. Here we go. Once upon a time, I lived on a reservation in Wisconsin. That
Oh,
culture is amazing, and they have a rich paranormal spirituality insight. Yes, they
yeah,
do. I've always been attracted to the Sioux Nation. Um, just lovely people.
yeah. The native spiritual side is so different, but yeah, like you said, it's a beautiful thing too,
Yes.
and the things that they believe in, and
Well, I
they,
believe pretty much, and I do take on what they do believe.
yeah,
Like you say,
hmm,
Mother Earth.
yeah,
If we don't have the earth, we don't take care of the earth. She is our mother in a way because she sustains us.
yeah,
And if you don't treat it with respect, then you're not gonna, what do you got? A ball of dirt. So,
or money. Like, or you can't eat
and
money,
what
they
it
say.
is, the evils of man destroy,
Yeah,
and they believe everything is sacred. You, I, everything is sacred.
hmm,
And we need to treat things that way.
yeah.
Wendy says, sorry, I was trying to find her link. Okay, if you
Oh,
find it, pop it up for me, Dolly. Um, but Rooster says, we can convert my barn into your shop. Well, that would be awesome.
or it sells. Yeah, he can sell his art because he's
Yeah, you
quite the
guys could have it
artist.
all set up there. Well, you need to start putting it online so people can buy it.
I think he has posted some pieces on, like, I think maybe local marketplaces or something, but yeah, definitely he's quite the artist.
Because it's what kind of art is that actually, Rooster? I mean, what is is there just a certain type of thing that you're attracted to, or it's just all kinds of things? You can give me a quick answer in the chat. Because people would like to know that as
Yeah,
well. We should have had Rooster on too. What the heck,
right. I love that you engage with everybody, Laura, not
Oh,
just me.
thank you.
Yeah, because it's just awesome to, yeah.
Just
I
trying to
think,
share the information,
mhm,
share the love, guys.
yeah, people need that.
Does anybody have any questions for Miss Carla? Just come on, spit them out.
Yep.
She's here. She's willing to answer, share her experiences, her vast knowledge.
It's an open horror book.
Just get it out there, and just remember where were we having the party again? Oh, was it Jeff's?
Chefs or
Or no, it
Rooster.
was all at Roosters. We're all showing up at
Yeah,
Rooster's
barbecue at
house.
Rooster's house. Um, Faith, I am northeast. I'm close to Canada.
Okay, so you're up
Um,
there.
oh yeah, like
She's in
maybe.
snow country.
Mm-hmm. Yep. When it snows, it snows. It gets close. It can be like, I think we had a -70 a few years ago, and up near Havre
Oh,
and northern Montana,
-70.
it was really cold.
I just froze right there when you said that.
Yeah, it can be that way. My favorite horror movie is Nightmare on Elm Street. I love that one.
Okay.
I like Pet Cemetery too. That one scared me when I was little, so it's always been one of those scary movies for me and nostalgic. But Nightmare on Elm Street, I love Freddy. I think he's scary and funny. It's always been my
Uh-huh.
favorite scary movie.
Good one.
Hmm.
Mine's an old one. I probably most of you guys probably never even heard of it. Who knows? It was, The People Under the Stairs.
Yes, I've heard that one. Yep.
Yes, it's just that
Those
was a good one.
yeah, those 80 movies are the
Yeah.
best. They were my favorite. Early 90s, but 80s is just its own. You can't beat.
I get frustrated by horror movies, to be honest
Mhm.
with you, because
Yeah.
there's always the one dumb blonde girl that falls down, and I said, "Well, good, you fell down and you deserve to die."
Yep. They
Just
even
once
say
I'd like to
that.
see the tables
Yep.
turned on the bad guy. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yep.
Or the girl or the people get sick and tired of it and they flip, on him,
Yep.
and he's the
That's
one running. They would
That's
make one hell of a movie.
exactly what, Rose McGowan says on Scream. There's always
Yeah.
some dumb girl that should be running out the front door and
Yeah, let her go.
yeah.
See, Risha says, I do sell my art. I do all kinds, whatever is wanted. I'm a fan of horror art, Halloween, and the macabre. All right, thank you. Like I said, I want to pop over there and check out your pictures and your art.
Mhm.
And
They're so cool. They remind me of, like, kinda like graffiti art. The style's just it's just so cool.
so we have to check it all out. Foxfire, she goes, I live up north.
Nice.
So another person in the cold country. She's in Vermont. Oh, so
Oh,
she's not too
okay.
far from us either. Because, well, I live. It's considered New York, but I'm at like the foothills of the Adirondack Mountains, so I'm more
Oh,
north.
wow. I've
More.
never been up that far in the
Oh, I love the Adirondacks. Whenever I'm not home, that's where I am on the mountain,
Oh,
uh, and I love it there. You
sounds
just have to be,
beautiful.
a millionaire to live there, but
Yeah. That's like that here in Montana too. The properties are just getting bought up by outstaters. It's insane how much
Yes. Well, that's the problem.
Yellowstone.
From New Jersey and New York City comes
Mhm.
up this way, and they buy up the property on the mountain, and then all the prices, the value goes up.
Yeah,
So everybody that's been, lived their entire lives can't even afford to get it because,
right.
it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Thank God I have friends that, live up there and I can stay with them.
Mhm.
Ruja says, I have it on VHS. Yeah, that's how
VHS
old the
is the
movie is.
best. Love VHS tapes.
Love this. How old that movie is. Steph is in Massachusetts. And of course, Miss Wendy is Connecticut. Bill likes Return of the Living Dead, the Tar Man. Oh, jeez. You talk about the guy in the oil drum?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that was like the
Return
funniest
of the
part of the
Living Dead's the
movie.
zombie movies. I always thought the zombie movies were scary. Yep.
I don't get into those either. Not a zombie person.
No, it's just because, like, zombies are already dead, so then it's, like,
It's
even
right.
scarier to me because it's like, I don't know, I played Resident Evil and I'd go in one room and nothing would be there and turn around and there's a zombie and I'd die and freak out and
Right.
like
Right.
you have to shoot him just right or you're dead. And I'm like, oh
It's
my,
like,
I'd
what the
have
heck?
nightmares. I have nightmares about Resident Evil. I hate zombies, but yeah.
Foxfire, she used to live in Queens. Oh boy,
Okay.
girl.
Wow.
I wouldn't even live in Queens.
Yeah.
Now, New York City's too much. I don't like really large cities. So, but that's wonderful. If that's something that you love, then rock it. My sister loves the big city. I don't. I want to disappear somewhere in the woods and hang out, with the critters.
I'm like you, Steph. I like 60s, 60-degree weather. I'm not a hot person. It must be my Nordic side too, because the cold doesn't bother me. I can always dress warmer, but trying to get
That's what my
colder
husband says.
stinks. Yeah.
Now, see, my husband, I'm always hot. My husband's always cold. So I'll tell him, well, put a sweater on.
Hmm.
You're not turning the heat on yet. See, Anita, all of these lovely surrounding places, I've only been to Florida with my family. I've never been to Florida, and I have family and friends there that want me to go there and never been. But yeah, steady 60s is awesome.
Hmm.
We're supposed to get 90 degrees in
Oh my
here
gosh.
within the next week, so I'm gonna have to hibernate. That's just oof, too much. Yeah, I don't like the city either. The big city is, and everybody loves to go there, but it's just too many people. Um, And like I said, I always pick up on people's emotions, and when I'm in a large group of people, it's overwhelming, and I start and I don't get upset, I get nasty.
Oh,
So instead of that's just not a good place for me. So I stay away from it.
yeah.
Rooster lives out in the country. Let's see, perfect place for a barbecue. So that would be great. Let's see, Wendy. Yep, you're getting hot and muggy now. Yeah, that's where it's going to be starting soon. And they're predicting a really hot summer, so I'm gonna have to just disappear somewhere. That's pretty much how that's gotta go, guys. Steph, zombies terrify me. It took me 2 seasons to actually be able to sit through The Walking Dead and not leave when the zombie scene was coming up. I hear you on that one.
Right. I
I
can see that
just
stuff. Like,
yeah,
I'm not into the zombie movies really.
me neither. And, my husband goes, "Oh, if it ever really happened," I go, "Well, it is happening. You see all these people walking around on their cell phones. That's the zombie apocalypse. Nobody pays attention.
Right.
They just got the phone stuck right in their face.
Yeah.
As the rooster says, my beard keeps me warm. See, that's the reason. 96
Oh
this
my
coming week.
gosh.
Yeah,
That's too hot. It's way
it's
too
gonna be
hot.
in the 90s,
We get fire season too, so it gets smoky and it's horrible.
right?
And then you can't go outside, the air quality's bad. And then it just ruins your summer because you can't go camping or
Right. Well,
you
yeah,
can't.
like out there, you guys got mountain lion issues and stuff like
Oh
that, don't
yeah.
you? Yeah. So
Mhm. Yeah, but when you go camping and you can't have a fire, it really stinks.
yeah, it does stink. You gotta have at least have a fire.
Mhm.
Anita, I don't like the heat. My husband loves it. We meet at the end of the day and sit in the shade. And she sits in the day. I sit in the shade. He sits in the sun. Yeah, nah, it's. I have family that live in Arizona. I always say, what's the best time to visit Arizona? Because like around this time of the year, it's like 112, and they say you go in February. It's a constant 70. I said, well, then if I ever visit, that's when it'll be. I think we lost her again. Miss Wendy says Freddy Krueger will always be my fear because you have to sleep at some point. Oh, geez. Yeah, you're right. That
Mm.
is creepy. Let's see. Wendy here. Miss Wendy says she went to Vermont for the eclipse.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice, nice. I was up at the lake during the eclipse, so it was pretty cool.
Thanks, Jeff. Enjoy your dinner.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Thanks
Glad you
for joining.
enjoyed that.
Mm, I'm glad it was fun.
I'm glad
Um,
everybody had a good
yeah.
time. I think what we're going to do is ask Miss Carla our 6 crazy questions
Okay, I don't even know what that
before
is, but
everybody wants
shoot.
to run away.
Okay. Everybody's hungry.
I know,
Everybody's
well, we
going
made
to
them all hungry,
Roosters. We're
talking about
going
the
for barbecue.
barbecue.
We could probably make some good barbecue. It's just a
So,
fun thought, getting
yeah,
everybody
they
together.
would be actually really fun.
Right?
Okay, question number 1.
Okay.
What is your favorite swear word?
My favorite swear word,
Sure.
it's really bad.
That's all right. That's what I'm saying. It's a crazy questions.
Fuckhead.
Oh, see? Well, that's funny.
It's not a song, but it's hilarious because he says, "You stupid fuckhead." And I'm like,
There
oh
you
my.
go.
Okay, so yep, fuckhead's
Number
my
2,
favorite.
what is your least favorite word or phrase?
My least favorite phrase probably be when somebody says I'm stupid.
Oh, that's
Yeah, because it hurts me to hear people talk, even if it's joking.
right.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm
All right, we don't
stupid.
want to miss time. Let me take this question before we forget here.
Okay.
And it says, Carla, do you
Oh,
guys have
this
reports of Sasquatch out there? Good question.
the Sasquatch. Yeah,
Good
people say
question.
they've had sightings, and it's a big thing over here. Like we do Bigfoot hunts where somebody dresses up like Bigfoot, and then you're supposed to find him in the woods, and people get drunk and have fun and party, and then if you find him, you get money. Like, you get,
Oh,
like,
that's
whatever
fun.
percent. Yeah, so whatever people put in the pot, like,
I
we
actually
get the
wanna have a
money.
Bigfoot guy on because I'm curious. I wanna know what's entailed in an investigation for a Sasquatch.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
And
know,
so
but
I'm trying to get the guy on, but I haven't heard
yeah.
anything, so we'll see
It's
what
a huge
happens.
thing, though. I mean, like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
Bigfoot, T-shirts and stuff here in Montana, so but I
So,
don't
what do you do? I mean, how do you do a Bigfoot
I don't know.
investigation?
I know it's really big in Colorado. Denver is, like,
So,
huge with
yeah,
Bigfoot.
I'm gonna have to get somebody on, and we're just gonna have to ask questions and figure it out. Okay, number 3, what is your favorite sound?
My favorite sound's the ocean.
Oh, nice.
I love the sound of the waves.
And what is your least favorite sound?
Um, I don't really know if it's a sound, just the thought of, like, concrete. Like, if I watched, what is it, American History X, when the guy gets killed with his jaws on the concrete, and just the thought
Ooh,
of the scraping of the concrete.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not really a sound, I guess, maybe a concept. Kinda like chalkboard, like
Well, no, there would be a sound, a scraping sound. So,
yeah,
yeah.
so the concrete, like if somebody
So, yeah, that wouldn't be a very
uh,
pleasant. But I mean,
right.
it's great, because everybody has such great, interesting answers when I
Mhm.
ask these questions. Number 5, where do you think you'll be in 5 years?
Where am I gonna be? I'm gonna be married and living with Rooster.
Alrighty. We're all getting an invite.
It's gonna be big.
If you were closer by, I would perform the ceremony for you.
Oh, thanks. We need
I
somebody to
am
do
an
that,
ordained
but yeah.
minister.
Yep, and I'm gonna be running a cemetery and selling apothecary out of my little
There
horror
you
shop.
go.
Mhm.
All right. And number 6, if there is a heaven, what do you think your first words would be?
If I went to heaven, my
If there
first
is a
word,
heaven, what do you think your first words will be?
karma for my grandma. I'd probably say her name. I would wanna see my grandma.
That's a wonderful answer.
Yeah,
So I'm just glad you played along. Like I said, it's
thank
the
you.
6 silly questions, and everybody comes up with some really great answers. And it's amazing how many people like that. The
Yeah,
F word is their
right?
their favorite
Yeah,
word. It's
the
actually mine. I am the F generation, so the F bomb flies
oh,
around here a
see,
lot.
and I don't say that much. I don't like swearing. I think
So,
there's so many more intelligent words to
oh
use
yeah.
in the vocabulary, and it's just one of those things, like, you can really, really, kill somebody with intelligent words, instead of
Yeah.
swearing, but
But then
yeah.
there's just that one occasion where that word is
Yep, and it's just
necessary.
it's perfect.
And Rooster says, "What if the real Bigfoot finds the fake Bigfoot and beats the shit out?" That I want on tape.
Yeah, that, or what if, like, the big real Bigfoot's like, "Oh, look at that Bigfoot." It's like, "It's pretty
He probably
sexy
sitting in the woods
Bigfoot."
saying, "What the
Like,
hell
"Oh,
are they
no,
doing?
you're screwed."
Look at them idiot humans."
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. That's fun.
It'd be worse if the Bigfoot found the other one attractive.
Oh God. Whoops.
Right? Be
You'd
like,
hear
"Oh,
some
well."
howling in the woods that day. That's freaking funny. Steph wants to
Um,
know, what is your sign, moon, and rising sign? Just curious.
I honestly don't know those. I don't remember. I remember the psychic telling me, but I can't remember what those signs are, so I'll have to look that up and then get back to you on that, because I don't remember. I don't know if it's like Mercury rising, or, those things. I have
Right.
to
Yeah, I don't
have
know
to look it
mine
up,
either.
because I think it has to do with, like, your the time that you were born, and the date that you were born, and you can look that up, is what she's saying, and I don't remember mine. I remember the psychic telling me, but I don't remember.
So yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know mine yet. I never, to be honest, never
Yeah.
asked what mine was.
It's a really
Um,
cool question.
Steph says, "Oh, that's my release. Swear words. Sometimes you just need to talk worse than a truck driver or an inmate." There's a time and a place for it. There is.
Right.
And Wendy goes, "We got to work on that question list." No, that's why the 6 silly questions, and I think everybody's usually taken aback at first when I ask the questions. You're like, because it's not something everybody thinks about.
Right. That's fun.
You're not thinking of, "Geez, do I have a favorite swear word? I don't know."
I never thought about it.
Right. See, that's where it gets you.
Yeah, it's
Rooster,
cool.
I'm the real Bigfoot. I run around out of focus all day. He runs around out of focus all day. That is like the best thing I heard all day.
I felt
That's
like that today at
me.
work. Yeah. I was all over that cemetery.
Oh,
Mm.
jeez. She says, "Go to Cafe Astrology for a quickie."
Oh, thank you.
All right, and everybody can check that out. No
That's
need to be
awesome.
sorry, Wendy. I just did, like I said, the questions I just thought were just something that people don't normally think about because
Mhm.
everybody has a favorite sound, but they really don't think, all right, wait a minute. Yeah, I do like this or I do like that. And so that's what I love to put out there. Like my favorite sound is loons on the lake.
Oh,
They have
yeah,
just
I
such a
never would have thought of
beautiful,
that.
calming sound. And it's such a beautiful bird. And when we're up on the mountain, every morning I get up early just so I can hear the loons on the lake.
Yeah.
And they sing to each other. So I think it's just a very beautiful sound. So, you don't think about it until somebody really asks you, and then you gotta, "Wait a minute, what is it?" But, yeah, I always love the one where, your favorite swear word, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
Usually everybody has one, they just don't realize it. So, yes, everybody, I wanna thank you for joining me and Carla. Carla, it was a true pleasure to have you on,
Thank you. Same.
and
You're so
yeah.
sweet.
Oh,
I
thank you.
truly enjoy your show, and I think
Oh,
you're
thank
like the warmest, most welcoming person.
oh, thank you,
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
that's
So,
great.
I'm just very happy that you joined us, and
Thank you.
we look forward to what you have next.
Yep.
He's here. Rooster's here all week. Woo!
Yeah.
We look forward to
Yep.
more Connie. Don't forget, the
Great.
barbecues at Roosters. We're all gonna meet there.
I love it.
So, it's super gonna be
Sorry,
funny.
Rooster. We just
That's it. We're all going to invade
put it.
Rooster's
Yep.
house with a barbecue, potato
He's got the
salad.
big yard and big house, so
It's a
yep,
good thing.
we're going
We're
there.
all coming. But at any time you want to come back, Carla, you are more than welcome.
Thank you.
Which I probably will have you back on because after you
Okay.
put something out there, we're gonna be nosy and wanna know what it is all about.
Yeah.
And everybody else, thank you, thank you. Please look up her channel. Please subscribe and like it. Um, you gotta enjoy it. The artwork and even her little
Oh,
short clips are just
yeah.
fantastic.
Oh, I appreciate it. I
She's
just
a
share what I love.
hottie.
I share what I love doing, and I just hope people enjoy it too. So,
And you are right. She is beautiful inside and out, and you are a lucky man. Oh, look at that. I can't wait to spend my forever with
oh, thanks,
you.
Rooster.
Oh, Rooster. Now I
We
get to go
got.
yell at my husband. Make him say something nice to me. Uh,
Yeah, you should hear it every day. If not, you should hear it from me or other people because you're
so,
a
oh, my
wonderful
husband's one
person.
of those guys that don't show the emotion, but I know.
Yeah, yep. They
So
show
it's
it in other ways.
yeah, exactly. The
Like,
Rooster's a romantic. Take advantage of it.
mm-hmm. I'm super lucky.
So until then, everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you. We look forward to the wedding invitation.
Oh, that'll be
And
fun.
she'll let us know, but don't rush it. Take your time. Take your time.
Okay.
Because then you're going to enjoy it all the more. You guys got forever. Until next
Oh
time,
my
guys,
gosh.
thank
Thanks
you,
for
thank
it.
you,
Thank
thank
you.
you. And we will see you next time on the Raw Side.
Have a good night.